No i dobra, mamy Morbiusa. Ghost Rider czegoś chce. Coś się świeci. To jest.
Thanks for giving Morbius a shot, Hunter. I hope I didn't abuse your trust.
Matko, ile pogawędek. Dobra, zaczniemy od nich.
Doctor, meet the doctor. Now the Abbey has as many PhDs as you'd find on your average golf course.
We've met. Dr. Morbius. So good to see you again.
Doctor Strange, still patrolling the spiritual realm, I see. I'd love to get set up as quickly as possible in here. Start learning the lay of the land so I can help out.
Well, set up your little test tubes anywhere you'd like. Just don't touch any of my stuff.
And there are several mystical artifacts in here that no one should look at directly.
Don't look and don't touch. You'll really know how to make a colleague feel at home.
Just remember that's only an expression. And you don't actually own any of this.
But we really are glad to have you.
I can tell. I should set up my... Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
Never.
I co, będzie się świecił, tak? No. Dobra.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean.
Jeszcze
Half the
niedawno
people on my
mówiłem,
board of
że
directors
w
are
porządku.
vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
Maybe.
The guy's a freak, no doubt. But every genius is. You should have seen half my professors back at MIT. Or that Tony Stark guy who's always in the news. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA manipulation, and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
Okej. To po kolei.
Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah, Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere. What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
Coś jeszcze?
Anything happening today?
Didn't Robbie tell you about the... Oh, dang it. Can you do me a favor? Go talk to Robbie, like, right now. Pretend I said nothing. Oh, he's...
Okej. Dobra, dobra.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
I am grateful to have another able warrior on our side.
You sound like Peter.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Okej. Czaszka. W porządku.
Anything else on your mind?
What happens if Hydra successfully replicates Morbius's prototype sample?
Sunproof vampires seem like a bad idea for all involved.
Maybe not for the vampires.
For now, it's just a scary theory. Even if it works, there could be side effects, like new breed vampires bursting into flame upon contact with oxygen. Yeah, wishful thinking, but prototypes can be unpredictable. Just ask Hank Pym about Ultron.
Thanks, Carol.
Tank?
Catch you later.
Okej. On Ultrona stworzył w tej rzeczywistości.
Got a sec?
No, tylko
Hey,
szybko.
Hunter. Parker and I cooked something up, and we think you should be a part of it. Oh, you know, if you're free.
I could be free.
Right on. Then let's head over to the shop and... oops. Almost spoiled the surprise. Tell you what, if you come with me, just for a bit, I promise we won't waste your time.
All right. Where are we headed?
Oh, it's not too far. I can't wait till you see it. Hey, you made it! Told you. You want to give the rundown, or should I? I got this.
Okej.
Welcome to the shop.
What is this place?
For me, it's a piece of home away from home.
You call it the shop, but I see nothing for sale.
That's the beauty. For me, it's an auto shop. For Parker, it's a workshop. We're both wondering what it's going to be for you.
Quite a setup. What need does it fulfill?
And that's...
I understand why the two of you are here, but why invite me?
Caretaker always described you as someone who worked with their hands. You made things. You did the work. So we want to make things with you. Help you do the work.
The caretaker used to tell me to pick up my clothes from the floor. Every day.
Sounds like you and Nico have something in common. Why not let Parker give you a quick rundown on our current project? After that, we'll close up the shop.
All right.
It's all pretty neat, huh? There's not enough here to give you a tour, but I did want to show off our first project. Don't have a name for this yet, but if you run into Eddie again, Venom, we think this could give you an edge. When we fought Eddie, the symbiote reacted strongly to your presence. It noticed something about you and tensed up. Our project takes advantage of this.
I can figure it out.
Really? But I didn't explain how. You know what? You're right. We can build as we go. Then we need to miniaturize it so it fits in your suit. But we can have it ready pretty quick.
If I had a web shooter, you could spend more time in the shop.
Maybe, but you'd probably glue yourself to the floor. And what would that do to the great and mighty Hunter's reputation? Oh yeah, I can scrounge enough components to finish this project, but if there were more, we'd have more options. I'll put together a list and send it to your Spark. Bring what you can next time you're here.
All right.
Okej. Tylko jedno. Dobra.
So, how'd it turn out?
Better than expected.
Sick. So, that's the shop. What do you think?
You and Parker have outdone yourselves.
Then think of what the three of us can do. I'll give you a heads up before shop class meets again. Right. That's what we're calling our time here. See you then. Parker, you sticking around?
Okej. Dobra. Kto chce gadać? Agata. O, nie interesuje mnie to. Ty zresztą też nas nie widziałem, jak przychodziłem. No.
Someone either moved my test tubes, or I'm experimenting in my sleep again.
So, another vampire-ish teammate.
Okej.
Hey, Charlie Warley puppy face.
Dobra, czego chcesz tylko zobaczyć?
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to the...
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter. You certainly are the product. Besides,
No jak
How
Strange, gada
interesting
i
can
gada.
that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
yes. And how do you think that was possible? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot.
I can see where this is going.
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the
I have seen the tunnels. They were here.
I'm not surprised. The tunnel may...
Co?
Something on your... Until we speak
Aha.
again.
Dobra.
This must be the tunnel entrance Agatha spoke of. This must be an ember from the forge. I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew... things?
Essentially, yes.
And I just drop the ingredients in.
That's part of the fun, isn't it?
Okej. Spoko. Teraz jakieś prezenty. Zmieniać esencję na inną esencję. Jakieś tam kolorki. Dobra, na razie nie będę zajmował. Idę po prostu już
if Morbius is anything